going old school here. I
Yes.
bought the
Dang.
Contra Anniversary Collection on the
Oh,
Nintendo
nice.
Switch, and it technically has 10 games, but it's not really 10 games. For
Hmm.
example, you get the US version of Contra 1, but then you also get the Japanese version of Contra 1, which came out afterwards, which actually has like cutscenes in it. And so like there's a whole story to Contra that the US version doesn't explain that the Japanese version has. Um and it's got better graphics. Like in the Japanese version, I should have took a clip from the Japanese version. The palm trees actually wave back and forth, and there's like little touches like
Ooh.
that where they make it better. The problem is the
Huh.
Japanese
Nice.
version does not have the Konami code in it, so you're
Oh,
beating it in 3 lives or not.
so it's unplayable. is
Yes,
what
it is.
Man, the Japanese are so hardcore.
Yeah.
I know,
Well,
right?
actually,
Jeez.
Yeah.
about that, Contra Hardcore is in the game as well,
Yeah.
and a lot of this compilation gives you like North American, Japanese, and European versions, except for Contra Hardcore, which is just the North American version. And in the
Wow.
Japanese version of Hardcore, your character has like a 3-hit health bar, and you can get a
Mhm.
code for 70 lives. But in the North American version, your character is a 1-hit kill, and there's no extra life code.
Wow.
Hardcore.
And so,
man,
like, I can't get
hardcore.
halfway through the first level in that game.
Yeah.
I don't understand
Wow.
how anyone beats that game.
No one's beaten that game.
Yep.
It's still unbeaten.
And also, I think there's some emulation issues on that one and the arcade version of
Mm.
Contra. Like, I was playing the like Contra Hardcore, and I was like, this is moving abnormally fast. Like, I've never played the Contra Hardcore on the Genesis, but I was like,
Mhm.
this looks weird. And I was playing it on stream and asking people who've played the Genesis version, like, does this look right? And they're like, no, this looks like it's going kind of fast. I'm like, okay, that's odd.
Interesting.
And then we had the opposite problem on Contra Arcade. The Switch version like suffers from tremendous lag. It's almost unplayable, which is weird.
Really?
It's the
Wow.
oldest game in the compilation. It's the one that
Yeah,
runs
really.
the worst.
That's really weird.
But there are some incredible games on here. NES Contra works great. Contra 3, the Alien Wars is fantastic. The Game Boy one's surprisingly good.
Oh yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
play that one.
Yeah, it's
Huh.
solid. There's some really good features, like quality of life stuff. You can turn on auto fire if you want, like turbo.
Mm.
Thank God, because like smashing the fire button over, oh, it's horrible. So I can just hold the button down and shoot, and you can toggle it
Nice.
on and off on the fly, which is great as well.
I mean, I've played hardcore. I've played Contra. But I just don't like those games. I think they're just, I don't know, difficult for the sake of being difficult. Maybe kind of like
Yeah.
Dark Souls, and it's just not for me.
Man, I mean, like, I have a very strong nostalgia for these games. Like, Contra is one of the
Mhm.
very first games I ever played, and one of the first games I ever beat as well as a little kid. Like, get that 30 life code on and use the continues to get through.
Yeah.
And yeah, I beat this game like every year, and so to have this now on a modern platform, I don't have to hook up an NES, is
Yeah.
really great, because this game hasn't been on any sort of digital download service since that became a thing. We got Super C
Really?
a bunch, but
Hmm.
yeah, regular Contra has never made it. And I've
Yeah.
I
heard
didn't
some
know that.
stories on why regular Contra never got released on the Wii Virtual Console. I've heard it was a clerical error when
Really?
when Konami was in the process of like vetting games for Virtual Console. Someone just forgot to write Contra on there. They wrote Super C and forgot to write regular Contra. And so
That's
they
amazing.
put out Super C, and they like Nintendo's just continue with Super C because that's the one they've already done the work on. And that's why
Uh-huh.
Super C's on the NES Classic and
Wow.
regular Contra is not.
That's kind of funny. Wow, someone probably got fired.
Overall though, like if you are a fan of these Contra games, like you would buy this just to get classic Contra on the NES, but you're also getting a couple of other ones as well, which are pretty good. I wish they found a way to get either Contra 4, which was a DS game, so it'd probably take a bit more work than it's worth. But at the very least, Contra Rebirth, which is the one that was on WiiWare,
Oh yeah,
that's like
WiiWare.
gone forever.
Yeah.
Having that on there would have been really nice.
dude, did you ever play the one on Xbox 360, Hardcore Uprising?
I love that game.
Dude, that game is freaking great. Like,
That game
I feel like it takes the good parts of Contra and adds like the good parts of the roguelikes that I was just talking about, and it makes an amazing game.
It's like anime Contra with it's like Guilty Gear Contra with air dashing.
Yeah, it's like I think it's like Contra with like a chance of winning, and like I felt so good about it. So
that game was really on the show before.
Yeah,
I think we did
We
right
have
way
to.
long ago.
A while ago.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Yeah. Randy and I
love to play
streamed
that
it
game
last
again.
year. That game is dope.
Yeah, it is dope. Did it have multiplayer? I think it did.
Yes,
right?
it does have 2 player.
Two person.
Yeah.
Oh man, they need to make a 4-player one, and I'll buy it instantly.
I don't
Seriously,
think we're
though, wouldn't that be
ever
so fun?
seeing Uprising come back. There is a new Contra
Why?
coming out soon, though.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah,
on,
it looks kind of
E3.
gross.
It does look kind of gross. Let's be real.
I hope it's okay though. But